Bravern!
Bravern!
Oh man, what a show.
What a show.
What a show! We are talking about an anime today, like usual. What is it?
Brave Bang Bravern.
This is a show that we only watched initially because it was on a few lists of like best of the year. And I instantly did not want to watch it because I do not watch mech anime.
Yeah, you've just never been able to get into it.
Never been into it. You know, when I was a kid, I watched Mobile Suit Gundam. But other than that, I'm just not a mech anime guy, you know? And it's like, I don't know, there's just something very like, anything like very like military-esque, I tend to not quite get into as much. But we started it.
Yep.
And man.
Oh man.
What a show.
What a show.
How would you describe this show?
The best romantic comedy of the year.
A man and a sentient alien robot in love.
Falling in love.
Yes. This show is bonkers. This show is so crazy. It's funny too, because it's like, for me, this show is what I like most about anime. Yeah. Which is like, it kind of has it every way at once.
It really does.
Like, it's like sometimes it's like very dark, very serious, very like sad, and then other times it's like the silliest an anime can be. Outside of, the only thing they don't do is they don't do chibi versions of people.
No, they couldn't.
No, like, the robots are so weird and emotional that there's really no way to ground it.
And such
either.
Big personalities. Yeah. Like, you don't need to go to a chibi version when Bravern is like, going, no, you know.
Yeah. So let's just like give so basically the first episode takes place in Hawaii, and there's like the Japanese Defense Force in their mechs, and then the U.S. Marines in their mechs.
Yeah, they're doing training exercises.
And they're all doing training exercises, and then all of a sudden this alien spaceship shows up and starts like dropping down these pillars that have these crazy powerful mech robots in them.
Like sentient robots.
Yeah. Each pillar has like one crazy sentient robot. And of course the one robot like wipes everybody out. Yeah. And our two leads are a Japanese soldier named Isami. And
Lewis Smith.
And Lewis Smith, yeah. And those are the two main guys. And the first episode is like, I don't know, it's almost like Attack on Titan. Yeah. And so it's not quite that extreme, but it's pretty messed up.
It is a horrors of war kind of thing. And you know, our characters watching their friends get hurt or killed, you know, on the field, and then, you know, the feeling of helplessness, you know, and you're watching as these giant robots, like, are taking out everyone. And then your main characters, you actually, like, think are in peril. You're like, wait, maybe these aren't the main characters. Yeah. But then comes Bravern.
Then Bravern shows up, and this is, like, the craziest, most pumped, like sentient robot you'll ever see in anime.
So excited.
He really, like, his personality sort of reminded me of like Guy Sensei from Naruto. Like, he is just so excited to be a badass robot fighting for good. Yeah. You expect him to be like Optimus Prime, all stoic. He is not.
No.
And he shows up and basically
So you think Isami is almost fully defeated. His mech is like trashed. He's, you know, crawling out of it, and Bravern comes down and is like, Isami, climb into me. Get in me.
Get inside me. Ride me. Join me. Yeah.
The most amount of purposeful sexual references. They are clearly purposeful because of like how many there are. Yeah.
Oh, this show's full of them too.
They like lead into it for the humor value. Yeah. But Isami, get into me, ride me. Let's have victory.
And this last thing Isami wants to do, because it's all crazy, but he does it because like he has no choice. Everyone's gonna die, and of course, you know, they combine, and now they're a fighting force to be reckoned with. Yeah. And this show is like, and it's really funny too, because, you know, in the first episode, like, Isami and Bravern join together, and like Smith, who's like this white American guy, he's super jealous because like he wants to be like with Bravern, he wants to be this hero, but it's just but Bravern only has eyes for Isami. Yeah. And it's like this really amazing show, but it's so crazy because the first episode was messed up, but then it was like funny with Bravern.
And then messed up again.
But then the second episode like starts off really messed up. So messed because up. They like the Americans are torturing Isami.
Well, because the thing is, it's like Bravern looks like the guys they're fighting.
Guys, yeah.
He's a giant sentient robot. Yeah. And so they think that Isami could be a traitor or know more than he's telling them.
And the whole show,
yeah, so they're torturing him.
It's so like this. It's very silly when it comes to Bravern's personality. He's so pumped. He's so not militaristic or whatever. Yeah. But also there's this dark side of the way that governments do shady stuff. And then there's also this dark side of these powerful alien robots that are killing everybody and they're destroying major cities around the world. And it's cool because it's this show really you never know where it's going or where it's coming from.
Yeah.
You're always sort of interested because I hate to bring it up, but every time I bring up I think of something that I find boring, I can't help but think a little bit of my dear friend No-Katan. Because the thing is, even it was so extra all the time, it actually ended up being boring because it was always going to be extreme. But with a show like this, it does the same thing that Windbreaker did a bit of this. Naruto would do this. One Piece does this a lot, where it's they really do ride that line of deathly serious. And then followed up by very silly and fun.
They had a really structured storyline, and they kept on mysteries kept on sort of being revealed, and different characters, who are they? Why are they here? Why is Bravern there? Why did he come down? There's a little girl that gets shot out of a pod, and it's
What's her
deal? Yeah. And so they have all of these interesting things and interesting dynamics between the characters.
Yeah.
And so they're constantly doing stuff. This also there theoretically will not be any more Brave Bang Bravern because it's not based on a manga.
Nope.
It was just an original, but they seem to have purposely made it. It's just a 1-season story. They completed the story.
Yeah.
If they were to bring it back, it would be very, very odd.
And it's it's funny, I've noticed this with current One Piece and Dandadan right now. Mm. It's the animation is really becoming film level now in a lot of anime, and especially the first 2 episodes of Bravern look amazing.
Yeah.
And I would highly recommend just for if you're a fan of animation because it looks awesome. But yeah, it's just funny and interesting and cool. And the relationship between Smith and Isami and all the PTSD stuff Isami goes through, and the kind of weird but funny stuff between Lulu and Smith and how they all come together as this weird team. And I also like that it's a really international show.
Yeah, Isami is Japanese. Lewis Smith is American. There's some one of the higher ups is German.
Yeah.
So they there's a lot of English words and English phrases thrown in.
Yeah.
It's just really well done.
It's just cool to see, I just love anything that's, a bit more of an international feel.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, and it legit feels very international.
Yeah. I would say definitely, like you said, I feel like it's only going to be this 1 season, and so it's always great to have something, like a Cowboy Bebop or something, or a Death Note, that's a one and done, you can just, see a full story.
Yeah. And if you watch the first episode and you're not sure on it, keep in mind that, like a lot of shows, particularly anime, first episode doesn't quite give you the idea of what the show is. You need to at least get through the second episode and you'll really know what it is by the third.
And it's funny too, the Lulu character, maybe slightly problematic in some ways, but I also love that she reminds me so much of the character from The Fifth Element. Mm. She's a lot like the Mila Jovovich character of The Fifth Element, and I do like that a lot. But I also like how they reveal what her character is about is awesome. I mean, that's the thing, the storytelling is great sci-fi.
It is. It really is.
I really a lot of the things I love about science fiction or are portrayed in the show, and a lot of things I love about anime are portrayed. And the humor is very funny. Funny. It's very adult. Yeah. Like you said, there's a lot of sexual innuendo. There's a lot of it feels like a show. It does not feel like it's meant for the shonen audience. It
No.
feels like it's meant for the people that grew up watching Gundam Wing and Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Because in a way it parodies them, but but in a way it's being its own show. But but it definitely makes like these like the sexual innuendos are definitely done as jokes that like they hit you on that level that hit you when you were 12. You know, like
no, it's funny. It's super crazy. But no, I mean I loved it. I mean it's so funny. I never. When we first started watching it, I remember we watched the first episode and I was like, I'm not going to be able to watch this whole thing. I don't like mech shows.
And I was like, got to give it a few more episodes.
Yeah. And then by the third episode, maybe even the second, I was like, this show's awesome. All right, let's keep on going.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I really do think it comes down to the humor. And it's always like, for me, it's always the leads. Like, I love the robot Bravern so much,
so good,
that I was like, I'm gonna watch this whole thing. Like
everything he does.
He's got that fun, like cool shonen character thing where he's like pumped and he's excited
and he's
inspiring and he's like, I love it. It's really great.
It's worth checking out if you love mech animes. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you don't like mech animes, I still think give this a try because this is not what you normally think of as a mech anime.
Yeah, I would say the only thing is it's not shonen.
No.
If you love like this whole like high school shonen thing,
not that.
This is not going to be a show for you.
No.
But yeah, but it's great. It's super weird and super fun. So Bravern.
Yeah. We
watched it on Crunchyroll, so you should watch it.
Yeah, check it out
if you want to. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. We have lots of anime content, and we'll be talking about more stuff later.
Woohoo!
Bye!